Welcome back, everybody. We'll shortly be getting into the second game of Sigma.YNT versus PuckChamp. But again, in that first game, PuckChamp they did have a comeback potential when they took that second Roche. They took a couple of fights, some good fights that seemed like they were going to get themselves back into the game. But Sigma.YNT, after winning the lanes, get themselves into such a comfortable lead anyway. You know, they were able to just wait out that game, wait out to the third Roshan, pick that one up, and all of a sudden, you know, PuckChamp were put right back on the back foot. Again, I think the control that Sigma.YNT had, it was just a bit overwhelming for PuckChamp, and the heroes that they had didn't really have that built-in mobility that would have helped them get around and take those fights. So YNT, even though they did lose a couple, you know, once the songs came out, the resets came out, it was easy for Sigma.YNT to turn that back around onto PuckChamp. And PuckChamp this time, maybe go for something a little bit more mobile, you know, a little bit different.
10 seconds remaining.
So what do they want to ban out? Because
5
Sigma.YNT
seconds
do have the first pick. Do they force out? I wouldn't be surprised to see them try and force out the Lena ban from PuckChamp. Which does mean the tree probably gets through again.
Team ban.
Yeah, Lena just immediately taken up there by PuckChamp. Don't want to even give the idea of it away to Sigma.YNT. Do they ban out the Brood, though? Because, again, for all its kind of bluster
10 seconds
on
remaining.
that hero, it's not really been impressing me.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm going to look up the win rate. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see, you know, maybe they let it through on the side of YNT because maybe they think they've got a way to beat it. They pick up the tree first as they are just burning through.
Ban.
Yeah, so okay, they do take out the Broodmother this time.
Dire team pick.
So if we take a look, or if I take a look at least,
Radiant team
at the win rate on this hero this year,
Radiant team pick. Dire team.
what's he got? 55% win rate across 76 games. So, I mean, just better than half. And I mean, that is going to be a lot of first phase bans as the Death Prophet gets taken out as well. Beastmaster, as well as the Hoodwink, picked up for PuckChamp this time. The Treant comes right back out for Sigma.YNT. A good, strong hero. Offers a lot of sustain in the lane with the Leech Seed as well as the Living Armor. Slows down the push potential as well with heroes like the Beastmaster on the board. Just be able to slow down the push of his creep army. It is nice to have. As well as the Overgrowth. The Overgrowth is still a really nice spell. You know, be able to get that AoE lockdown, BKB piercing.
The sack.
As Lesh comes out from Sigma.YNT. One hero we've not seen.
Radiant team
ban. Barrada gets banned out. Teams in Division 2, just not playing around the Ricky, it doesn't seem. With how strong that hero is at the minute, once that Sleep Dart comes out, teams, from what I've seen, don't really, not that they don't rate it, they just don't have it in the plans.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So what else here? I wouldn't be surprised to see Sigma.YNT ban out the Tusk. Doom goes out from PuckChamp again. Keeper of the Light. Keeper of the Light's one of those heroes that he is just starting to creep in. And yeah, it wasn't picked up until I think it was Sumail in Western Europe started picking it up on the side of NGX, which kept them in Division 1, by the way. Send down into the Breach, as well as Team Secret, rest in peace. Team Secret and UK Dota. But yeah, no, he started, you know, all that took was one match for it to look so comfortable to pick that one up.
10 seconds remaining.
And all of a sudden, Keeper of the Light right back in the meta.
5 seconds remaining.
Although I'm saying rest in peace, UK Dota. Who does Ari play for? Because
Radiant
he is UK Dota's last
pick.
hope. Since the last hope. Is he on a North American team?
Dire team pick.
Yeah, he plays for TSM. So UK Dota finishing in North America 7-0. I'm going to say 100% down to Ari there. Silencer, one of those here. I talked about it on Tuesday as well, the Silencer. I'm surprised with the big spells.
10 seconds remaining.
And the heroes like the Lash coming out, the heroes that are
5
currently being
seconds
picked up,
remaining.
the Doom's being picked up, Batrider's being picked up, that we don't see Silencer more. That global silence is so strong coming into what's currently being picked up, at least in the Eastern European division, that I'm surprised we don't see the Silencer a little bit more. Ember Spirit's being picked up whole lot of the time. Just being able to get that spell lockdown with the global silence, and then even throwing out your Arcane Curse, your last word as well. It's one of those heroes that I'd like to see a little bit more. That as soon as you see one hero being engaged on your team, you just pop that global silence, and all of a sudden, Sigma, even if they do have the blinks in, what can they do apart from right click? And it offers that little bit of time for PuckChamp to turn that fight around. So I do like the silencer pickup here for PuckChamp. Tiny coming out for Sigma.YNT. Ooh. If Tiny gets a quick blink, and now I'm expecting this to be a position 4, Tiny.
10 seconds
But he could
remaining.
still go. We see a lot of 4s like the Enchantresses, like the Tinies, like the Gyrocopters when the Gyrocopter was being picked up as a support. Even the Death Prophets to a point go for that semi-core role build, where you do still get things like the 4 staff, but a little bit later on, you want to be getting the quick blink anyway on the Tiny. And then a little bit later on, you go for the Ags, or you get it off the third Roche or whenever it comes up. You pick that one up. You get yourself a Crystallis. You transition into the support items into like a semi-core role, and then you blow up. I mean, even with an Ags and a Crystallis, Tiny does a lot of damage with that tree volley. A lot of damage. So
Radiant
Sigma.
team pick.
I speak for the trees.
Oi, oi, oi.
So what's that going to be? Tree and Protector and Nature's Prophet
Oi.
on the safe lane. It could still be the off lane, Nature's Prophet, depending on what PuckChamp want to be picking up here. Be a Prophet with that global presence, the push potential there as well. That is your building taker on the side of Sigma.YNT. Your lane pusher as well, excuse me.
Remaining.
With the Wrath of Nature, usually picking up a quick Ags on a core Nature's Prophet. The Wrath of Nature going down to a 60-second cooldown and getting the Enroute off as well. It is a really nice setup. And again, another hero that can get around, get quick kills onto the 2 supports of the side of PuckChamp, stop the Beastmasters pushing as well, contesting with those treants. So what a PuckChamp.
Team ban.
Ember Spirit.
Ember makes sense. Slatterfist here in chains to get the lockdown. Slatterfist to get onto the tree and stop the push potential in. Flame Guard as well to whittle them down. And wilt away the leaves from the pushing from the Nature's Prophet.
10 seconds remaining.
As
5
YNT.
seconds remaining.
Coming all the way through the reserve time. Down to 18 seconds on this again. So they are really thinking about what they want to be picking up and what they want to be banning out. Ember has a little bit of a tough time up against the lane of the Lesh. Usually you do see, or at least from what I've seen, let's burn out the faceless. Yeah, what I've seen from Ember Spirit so far up against Lesh is that you don't opt for that Flame Guard, because Lesh can take it away so quickly with the lightning as well as the Split Earth. So you do go for these Searing Chains as well as that Sleight of Fist. As PuckChamp,
10 seconds remaining.
No, Nature's Prophet, they're banning out the Sniper, so maybe thinking this is going to be a Nature's Prophet off.
5 seconds remaining.
What is still there? If they want to go for range,
ban.
the Draw Ranger, Pangolier offlane maybe with a Bloodseeker ban. A lot of disruption. Once that Roaring Thunder's out, the silence is not going to be able to stop it. They ban out the heroes like the Faceless Void, the Batrider there as well.
10 seconds remaining.
That could control him before the Roaring Thunder does come out.
Remaining.
So PuckChamp, do they want to ban this one out here? Taking the time again, they have a minute and a half reserve time to think about this final ban.
Dire team pick.
So they take out the Darkseer. Okay, yeah. So what is Sigma.YNT? What is going to be the final hero here? You know what? I wouldn't mind something like the Dragon Knight.
10 seconds remaining.
Because there's not a whole lot of burst on the side of PuckChamp. There's damage over time, you know, there's a
5
decent amount of
seconds
damage
remaining.
that can be done in the duration of the fights. I'm going to go for the slug. So it is going to be the offlane Nature's Prophet. Okay. So what's that? Treant Protector Slark on the safe lane. Prophet and Tiny in the off.
10
and Lash in the
seconds
middle.
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Beer. And PuckChamp.
You may now select your heroes.
Я раздражительный, если меня все бесит.
Okay. It might just be a bias.
Я раздражительный, если
From
меня
me.
все бесит.
Bro, do
But
that,
again, I
bro,
just
please.
don't like the Ursa at the minute. And again, the control coming out from the Avatos, Split Earth, Overgrowth, Sprout from the Nature's Prophet. Prophet probably gets a quick Orchid as well. Can look to get global presence against Shigetsu while Shigetsu tries to farm up Violent with the pounce in. The pounce into the Shadow Dance up against an Ursa, so the Ursa can't go for the right clicks. Doesn't have any AoE damage. In fact, there's not a lot of AoE damage on the side of PuckChamp at all. Axes, maybe a Bushwhack if the Slark doesn't have a BKB up. Silencer with the Arcane Curse. But yeah, when that Shadow Dance is going, Violent is going to have a free time up against Shigetsu. Looking at this lineup, again, I think I favor YNT just a little bit. So guys, again, before we get ourselves into the second game between PuckChamp and Sigma.YNT, we're going to be taking a quick word from our sponsors over at EGB.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
So, looking at the lineups, again, I just feel that the Ursa is susceptible to being controlled. 4 staffs coming out, you know, lockdown from the side of YNT. Shigetsu, he didn't start off great in that first game. He made a comeback, but it was just a little bit too late, I feel. And all of a sudden, your YNT was taking over the game. They did get a really nice Roche when YNT weren't contesting into it, but in the end, YNT were able to come back, take that Roshan, the third Roshan, excuse me, and end up winning the game. So let's see what Shigetsu can do different in the second game. As up on the top lane, Smoke comes around. They're going to go for the wraparound. And you can see that the Avalanche comes out now as well with the Nature's Grasp. Do they have the damage to take down Daniel? Daniel's going to be taking a lot of punishment. But Queasy turning it right back around here. Arcane Curse picked up from the Silencer. So no Glaives just yet. Maybe at level 2. And they weren't able to get that. No Slark, no Pounce, no Essence Shift. So no lockdown onto the Hoodwink.
Flash of inspiration.
So warning shots for both sides here. Malik coming out with the axes. He's cleared off the trees already.
The battle begins.
And what can he do in the river? As, well, Queasy, he walks himself in. Does he want to throw out another avalanche onto Young G? Just going to be a couple of right clicks. The ward did go down. What's that? 548, 533. So the Dire ward did go down on the Radiant side first. And yeah, the odds, again, YNT, okay. PuckChamp are the favorites. Again, a little bit more well-known players. If they can execute, probably come out the favorites as EGB is showing. But YNT here, close to 3-1. You can see that it's not the 9-1 that we were expecting of other teams. It's not a massive gap between the two. There's Van Score. Bushwhack comes out onto the Treant Protector. That is something that I didn't think about. That Daniel, even with these trees being cut, before level 2, before he gets that Acorn shot out, Van Score, these trees are being taken down, so you aren't going to be able to get the Bushwhack off. On the bottom lane, how is it going for Till the End? H2O. Okay, Till the End is H2O, so I might refer to him through both names, but H2O equals Till the End. And I don't know if that's a permanent name change. As mid lane, you can see that the Ember Spirit for now actually did go for the point into the Flame Guard. As the Split Earth starts to come out, as the lightning starts to come out for Lash, though, I think this Flame Guard, well, it is going to be less and yet less useful. At level 1, you know, a level 2 Lightning Storm comes all the way through it. So we'll see if the Ember Spirit wants to put more points into that, or if he's just going to keep it. Yeah. Oh, bottom lane though, Shigetsu going to be taking a lot of damage. Arcane Curse going to be used. Queasy has a lot of life though for that position 4, so Shigetsu takes a lot of punishment. A lot of lots being thrown around here as Corruptible just continues to farm. Shigetsu though looking for those last hits. 8-3 to the 83 that makes his profit. So it's pace in both lanes. Top lane though, they do get that bushwhack off on Vanscore. He's going to be punished from that. Malik just continues to eat down the trees as well. Using that Quelling Blade, using the axes to try and clear off as many trees as possible here. Even Vanscore going to be joining in with a tango of his own. Mid lane. Young G actually did opt for the second point. Top lane, though, they might actually be able to get something out here. Malik goes violent. He's already used that pounce. Daniel's trying to get the body blocks off. And what's Malik got for sustain? He's got himself a tango that's already in use, and then a tango left, going towards that Helm of the Iron Will.
Not for you.
So top lane, the pounce comes out once again onto the Beastmaster. Was that Dark Pact? He's only level. He's actually not going to go for it. But Vanscore still gets the kill. Leech Seed's doing the job there. Securing the kill. Meanwhile, you can see the bottom lane in the bottom jungle. Till the End being chased down here by Queasy. Does he have the damage? Trying to deny himself to the neutrals. Oh, he does get it. It's okay. Quick thinking, quick fingers, and quick kill there from the neutrals. But it does put Shigetsu with a little bit of a disadvantage. Ping? From who? The Silencer? Yeah, he's still going to be seen by the ward. It's top lane. Pounce comes out onto Malik. Again, the damage here from that Beastmaster stacking up. And did he want to try and chase? Danielle with the Essence Shift stacking up here. The Dark Pact damage coming through onto Malik. Malik has to be so careful because Violent, he can get Violent in this lane onto both heroes and do so much damage. Meanwhile, in the river, we can see that, I mean, for you, he gets that rune. And on the other side as well, Queasy's protecting it. To the Lesh. Does he move himself out after clearing off this creep wave? It looks like he will. For you, he's going to be able to get both water runes. Back on the top lane again, Malik. Violent, does he get that gap closed? The damage on the Leech Seed, is it going to be enough? One more right click, and Violent will pick it up. It's Daniel. At least he's going to get some solo XP, so, you know. All grey clouds and all that with the silver linings. Bounce, maybe not. Daniel, he's trying to use that stick to keep himself alive. Violent didn't have the damage. Level 2, though, into the Dark Pact. Wasn't able to burst down the Hoodwink just yet. 8 seconds till that pounce. Slark, let's see. How aggressive does he want to get here on this top lane? Vanscore as well. Going to be able to come down the backlines. Actually sees Daniel. Cancels off the clarity. Does he want to chase down? Daniel, Leech Seed comes through. Vanscore's going to be able to get the kill. Leech Seed, it takes him down, and Vanscore is going to take a tower shot for his troubles, but he does get the kill. Pounce. Oh, look at this lane. Top lane, Malik again. Body blocks now for Vanscore. Just going to be able to body block, take the aggro from the tower. And Vanscore gets himself a third kill on the board. 1-0 and 2 here for the Slark. Mid lane, Young G coming in with Flame Guard. But for you, just going to be playing away, and the lightning bouncing through now as well. Should cancel it off if he wants to throw it out. Maybe he's trying to save for the last hit onto the Flag Bearer creep.
Wish I'd learned how to read.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I like with the voice lines.
Are fortified.
But yeah, Beastmaster, every time he comes back to this lane, it seems like they're able to get the kill. Young G is level 6. So the rotation coming through here from the train, going to be spotted out by the Hoodwink anyway. that ward just outside the Roche pit.
Dire's middle
Sees that
tower
rotation
is
in.
under attack.
Hey, screwed. Daniel, does he just pick it up? Bushwhack comes out. He's trying to save it for as long as he can. But Vansko was close to getting it now as well. Vansko taking a lot of damage with Daniel. Only level 4. So not able to get that sharpshooter off. Might look for a wraparound, even if he going towards the other bounty rune. But back in the mid lane. Young G, that's an empty bottle here for the Ember Spirit. As for you, just coming in with the Pulse Nova, taking down the damage. And while this is going on, bottom lane, Corruptible, how is he looking? In terms of the net worth, Ursa is top. But he's only about Corruptible, he's only about 400-500 gold behind here. Queasy, do they want to try and make a move? Level 5 onto Shigetsu. So he doesn't have the enrage just yet, but has those phase boots. Mid lane, for you, going all the way back to base now. We saw in the last game, For you wasn't shy about going for the rotations on the Invoker, getting aggressive. Does he want to try and move himself down, maybe towards the bottom lane? Malik, again, Leech Key comes out, these body blocks. Where's that pounce? Daniel's trying to body block as well, but the pounce is going to connect. It actually connects onto the Hoodwink, but the damage coming through the Bushwhack, though, drags away onto Vansko. Daniel and Malik both take a lot of punishment in this lane. Slark having a really good time here with the train in this lane. Malik just trying to last hit from a distance. Young G, smoke coming through here from Queasy. Oh, just a rotation, maybe not smoke. Young G, does he stop this TP? Avalanche comes through, it connects. Can he go? I mean, the Remnant Spin drops, he dives himself away from the distance. Where's that toss back here? Queasy going to be taking a lot of damage. And For you just was not close enough to follow, but now he's going to be able to come in. Pulse Nova being trapped with the Diabolic Edict. He doesn't even use it just yet. Sprout, it doesn't hit, but he still get the kill. He might even be able to go for more. For you, does he have the sustain here till the end? One more pulse. He's going to be able to get the kill into Silencer now as well. The toss comes out. Shigetsu slowed down. Can he turn this one around? Lightning Bolt. Even the Hoodwink coming in. He's going to go to his death though. Vansko gets himself the kill on his courier as well. Vansko with a TP, no roar, only level 4 onto Malik. That hit and run, they lose nobody. 7-0 here on YNT, and PuckChamp being absolutely punished at the minute. They couldn't even get the kill. I mean, For you, he got so low. He doesn't have that sustain. He doesn't have the voodoo mask yet. And he was just able to get himself in, around, clean up, and get out. That is an absolute... that is daylight robbery. I know it happened at nighttime in the game, but the way they got themselves in and around that was daylight robbery coming out from Sigma.YNT.
Dire are scanning.
And now, yeah, For you with the double damage rune, it is going to be wearing off, but he's got to point into the Edict. Arcane Curse comes through, and it looks like they want this tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. Treants, Diabolic Edict. Can fortify this if you want to on the side of PuckChamp. Just to delay it, but delay is all they can do.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Shigetsu now in the jungle. Well, he's moving towards that Battle Fury, and can he shut him down? There's going to be another rotation, and Corruptible as well as Queasy. If they can get on top of him, Shigetsu just has to move out of the jungle. Really nice ward being placed here from Queasy. Is it in range for Sentry? It's not. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Danielle as well as Young G, but there's going to be the backstab. Avalanche comes through, the toss is going to be there, and now the Avalanche, they're going to be able to get the cleanup on this Squirrel once again. Young G at least has a remnant to jump away to. Till the end, trying to back up his teammate. And Malik, he's running. Back in the mid lane. Queasy's close. He's looking for somebody he wants to hunt. Malik, he comes up. Avalanche is going to be here now as well For you. The toss back into the split earth. Almost immediately the TP in comes in from Corruptible. And they're going to be able to get the kill into the Beastmaster. Raw thrown out for what? And again, Sigma.YNT.
Has been killed.
They're just mid lane. Vansko not going to be caught out till the end, slowed down by the Nature's Grasp. And yeah, they do lose this tier 1 tower on the top lane. Again, Sigma.YNT, they showed it in the first game. They are so good at this early aggression.
Radiant's top
Yeah,
tower
Shigetsu's
is
going to be able
under
to find
attack.
himself a little bit of farm. But again, from that last game, they didn't really look to constantly shut down Shigetsu, because they know if they did that, then the rest of the team would catch up. They're keeping this aggression balanced across the map, finding objectives, and I mean Slack, 1-0 and 2 with the help of Vanscore, who's 4-0 and 5. Beastmaster's died mid lane. Young G, they're not going to be able to get aggressive on it. Yeah, Beastmaster's died 4 times. Danielle's gone down 3 times as well. The majority of the kills happening on that top lane. The net worth, you know, Slurk's going to be fine with this. In fact, Slurk on the top lane again. There is no roar. So if you wanted to make the dive onto Malik, Slurk, what's he going towards? And again, every pro player has a different build from Slurk. Bushwhack, it connects into the tiny. Can they do the damage? They've got the sharpshooter come through now as well. He's a big tanky boy, but with 100 health left. Slider fist from Young G able to finish off that kill. Wrath of Nature is going to be used here. Young G can he get himself away. Look at how slow that remnant's going to be. Eventually we'll get that runaway with Invis Rune as well. So some protection being offered. But yes, Slark. You see Corruptible, he's finding the free farm there as well. 3 out of the top 4 goes the way of YNT in terms of net worth.
Dire are scanning.
So what's Corruptible wanting to go towards? He wants the Orchid? Yeah, he does. He wants that Orchid. Being able to jump in, get some quick picks to silence off. If you can get it onto the Ursa before he gets that Enrage out. You know, again, Battle Fury, it's going to be, what, a 13-14 minute Battle Fury here. In fact, does he have the item complete on the courier? Okay, so it is going to be a 13-minute Battle Fury. Again, nice timing there. But if they can get that jump in, Young G, they are going to be going for smoke. Young G leading the line here. Corruptible, can he get himself away? Where's the rest of the team? Slide Fist here in chains. Bushwhack comes out with the Sprout. Sharpshooter still gets the kill now. Tumbler's toy here for Queasy. Avalanche onto 2 supports. Toss back onto the silence until the end. He's going to go down. Queasy will be punished from the Arcane Curse. So he is going to be taking some damage from that, but they do get the silencer. Trade it off for the Nature's Prophet. It's not the greatest trade in the world. But at least PuckChamp here getting themselves on the board.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Fanscore. He's got that overgrowth available to him. The river now as well. There's going to be TP in. Young G, can they get the kill? Global Silence comes out. Young G trying to get himself away with Slider Fist. And he's going to be able to get the dive. He does get himself out till the end. He gets the kill onto Queasy now as well. Lishrak, what can he do? He's going to be silenced up. Can he try and turn this one around? Vanscore might be able to come in the TP from Corruptible once again. Overgrowth comes out. And they should be able to take down at least one of the supports here. But this time, Ursa will be able to get the kill. Vanscore, even Shigetsu, just cleans up onto 2. Okay, all of a sudden, PuckChamp's going to be right back in it here with those 2 kills. 3 kills, even. So he's going to go for the blink over the BKB. Yeah, PuckChamp 3-1 to win. YNT this time 1-3, so the odds are coming down in YNT's favor.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But at the minute, PuckChamp with a better recovery than the last game. This is opening up the map for Violent, though. He's found that farm. He has the Orb of Corrosion. He has that Echo Saber, which if he wants to, he can break apart for the BKB. Until the end. They want to go into this. They are going to be able to go, but the pounce, it misses. Can they get the lockdown onto the Ursa? He's going to be slowed down, but is he going to be killed off now? Oh, the dive comes in the sharpshooter, and there was no shadow dance. He didn't use it here on the Slark, so they get the kill. Till the end, he might go down anyway, but he keeps Shigetsu alive. And yeah, without that shadow dance, the Slark just gets cleaned up.
Radiant are scanning.
Mid lane. You can see the edict in the trees, so this tier 1 tower, how quickly this is going to go down here, but they might try and get the kill. Slider Fist comes out. Soon Chain's not used just yet. For you has the Bloodstone, though. Young G. He's got the regen rune. Looking towards the Yules. Malik's trying to push out. Onto that top lane. He's got himself the Vlads here, the Wraith Pact. Excuse me, not the Wraith Pact, the Helm of the Overlord. Slow down. Wraith Pact isn't an item anymore. Nobody picks that one up.
Bottom tower is under attack.
But yeah, the Helm of the Overlord, it's going to be so delayed because of the amount of deaths that Malik took. And you see in terms of net worth, he's the lowest of the cores. Not by a lot, but he is the lowest of the cores. Young G. Shigetsu continues to farm Young G in the river. What's he going to go for here on Corruptible? Because he's got that Orchid out. So he wants the... Does he have the Melton? He does. Or he has it soon. Or maybe not. He might actually go for the BKB first. Violent continuing to farm. And it is going to be the Diffusal Blade for the Slark here, as Malik, through the trees, just finding these stacks up. And PuckChamp, they've weathered the early aggression coming out from the side of YNT really well. Now the smoke comes through. What are they going to be able to do with this? For you on the high ground, though. Well, smoke breaks. Wrath of Nature comes out now as well. Vansco, does he want to rotate in? Might give his life up. The Overgrowth comes out now as well. He's caught in the bushback. Sharpshooter. And he get the kill. But Global Silence is going to be used. What can they do onto Violent? Violent's going to use the Shadow Dance. With that Dark Pact, was able to deal with the Global Silence, and now that it wears off, Shadow dances himself away. Four heroes grouping up the bushback again. Tiny, he will go down. Malik gets the kill there, and Violent just has to go for another Dark Pact, pounce away. So yeah, PuckChamp with a really nice comeback at the minute. They're even going to be able to go into the Roach Pit. And this time Shigetsu, with the earlier blink over the BKB, able to close that gap. And just do the damage to the hero so quickly.
I'll take that.
It's Violent. Just continues to farm. Young G pushing out the bottom lane. And this time with the mobility of Young G, him having the save to the Remnant as well. In fact, they might even be able to get the kill onto Violent now. Violent, if he come back into this, Shadow Dance is going to be available. They take down Vanscore, and Vanscore, he didn't have that overgrowth for another 30 seconds. Violent, you need to get yourself away, bud. Get yourself out with the pounce.
Top tower has fallen.
Top lane, Malik just continues to push in. Helm of the Overlord is out. So he has that pickup here with the Thunderhide. Corruptible on the bottom lane, just continues to push in. Does he actually get the trade off of the tier 2 tower here on the bottom lane? Because it looks like PuckChamp, they want this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. They're going to be able to take it as well. Young G claims that tower. And it looks like PuckChamp, do they want to go high ground? They've got the Aegis.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
They've got that potential. They've got a Thunderhide.
Middle tower is under attack.
So what can they do here? Nature's Prophet, Split Earth comes out. Young G moves himself away. Sharpshooter, it is going to connect now onto the Lesh. And Lesh, he's not used that Bloodstone just yet. Bottom lane. So you want to try and go. Dark Pact was used. Young G doesn't get the lockdown onto the Slark. The Slark will just be able to move himself away.
Radiant are scanning.
But Ember with the Boots of Travel. What can they do here? Shigetsu. Hoodwink is the furthest one away from the rest of his team. If Nature's Prophet, I mean Shigetsu, he's already got that Blink Dagger going towards his BKB. Global Silence comes out. Is he going to be able to purge it off? He's not. And the Slark's going to go down. Shigetsu picks it up. They might even be able to go for more Corruptible, trying to get himself away with the Bushwhack. No BKB here for the Nature's Prophet, so they do get the kill. Daniel connects with the Sharpshooter.
Dire's bottom tower.
Daniel with the voice lines now. And yeah, YNT, they're going to be losing all of these outer towers. PuckChamp in 20 minutes. Looking for it. And they might be able to get this damage off Young G. Can they push in? So Shigetsu, he's leading the line. They want to go for this here, PuckChamp. PuckChamp, Shigetsu comes through onto that tier 3 tower here, and with the Ancient Granite Golem as well, giving the extra health. He has the Aegis, the Blink comes in. He might be able to do something. Shigetsu, he gets himself right in. Daniel gets the kill onto Vanscore, and now the chase for more Queasy. He's taking a lot of damage, and for you, can he get himself away from this one? How's that regen being bottled? But it looks like Violent, the jump comes through now as well. Violent has to get himself away with the Shadow Dance, and they want to go for even more. The Pulse Nova coming through from the Lash, but the damage is just ticking up and up and up. And for you, they get this kill. The Remnant dive through now as well. Young G. Searing Chains onto Nature's Prophet. But I think they're just going to call it here on the side of YNT. The base is being pushed in at 21 minutes, and PuckChamp take the series, not the series. Really good pressure being put out to weather the storm coming through on the side of YNT in the early game, and all of a sudden, PuckChamp get themselves right back in it. This Ursa looked way better in this second game. He was just out-controlled, out-fought, and having that mobility hero on Young G, you know, being able to dive himself around, night and day difference. He only got himself 1 kill, but the 9 assists, 6-0 and 5 on Shigetsu, and just be able to set up for the engagement here on the Ember Spirit. Really good dives coming through, setting up with the Searing Chains to slide a fist. The damage being offered was just way too much that Sigma, they just couldn't put up with. And Sigma.YNT here, Violent 1, 2, and 2, started off well in the lane with Vanscore picking up what was something like 4 or 5 kills in the lane between Violent and Vanscore, but they just weren't able to capitalize on it. They were given too much space over to the Ursa. There was no real ever rotation to pressure onto the Ursa, like we saw For You doing in the first game. On the Invoker, looking for the kill potential. Corruptible looking to push down towers, but they didn't have the damage output to take down the Ursa. He got himself a 13-minute Battle Fury, and all of a sudden, he's just way too much of a threat. And it means that we're going to go to a third game in this series here. And yeah, Sigma.YNT, they had some, again, the early aggression that they put out, it was great. Picking up the early kills, but it did start to drop off. They didn't keep the pressure up around the map, and PuckChamp just got themselves right back into this game. Even after losing so many kills, Malik, 1, 4, and 6, you know, Daniel 3, 3, and 11 in that lane, able to come right back into it, close to the Beekeeper, but the Helm of the Overlord comes out, and all of a sudden, there was no way for Sigma.YNT to stop the pressure, slow the pressure that Malik was putting on the map. Corruptible, because of the Battle Fury onto the Ursa, you know, he was able to clean up the treants, and Corruptible just not able to put the same amount of pressure onto the map that the Beastmaster was having on the side of PuckChamp. And PuckChamp right back into the series here. So we'll see what they're going to be able to do, but it is going to be a 3-game series with PuckChamp taking the momentum coming into this second game. So we are going to be taking a quick break, guys. We'll see how game number 3 between Sigma.YNT and PuckChamp is going to go right after this.